hunter in his natural habitat.
Oh, hello there. There's Beetle. This is Jerry. Say hi, Jerry.
Hi.
Jerry's the man. Don't worry, Jeb is coming on this adventure too, but we have Jerry, another friend. What adventure, you might be asking? Well, we thought Vermont's not cold enough and Vermont's not snowy enough, so we might as well head north to Alaska. So I called up the old Jerry, and he said, sounds good to me. So loaded up the truck, and we're gonna take a couple month drive up to Alaska. You know, we saved up some money. Obviously these videos will pay for it, but we wanted to do another road trip and try something different this time, because last time we went all the way across America. This time we're gonna go all the way up through Canada. Pulling up on Jeb right now. We got Jeb!
What's up, guys?
I figure I can show you guys a little more about our setup. So the truck is a 2015 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. It's a crew cab, so it can fit all of us pretty easily. If you guys are familiar with my channel, I got it recently. Main reason I got a crew cab was because I knew I was going to do this trip. Today is, what day is it, Jeb? March 5th? March 6th?
March 7th.
March 7th. We're trying to get up to Alaska by March 18th-ish. We can do it if you push hard, but we're not huge fans of pushing hard, so we might be a little late. I'll show you a quick overlay of our map plan here, so here it is. So that's our basic plan. The only border that's open into Alaska is through North Dakota, and past North Dakota you can't go in through Vermont or anything. So that's why we're going across the US first. All right guys, 2 hours later we're crossing our first state border, New York. Only like 10 more states to go, and then 4 Canadian provinces. Jerry taking the wheel now. How do you feel about handling this beast?
I'm a little scared. It's like a really big truck.
He's a little scared. He drives a Corolla usually. Well, I bet Jerry can handle it. Here we go. So we're at the first stop of the trip. It's a Super 8 in Rochester area. I'll just show you all our stuff we brought for the journey. We got downhill skis, cross-country skis, snowshoes. Back here is just my repair kit and stuff and some extra boots. These are all the clothes. We got the stove, cooler for food, pots and pans, backpacking backpack, and then these 2 weirdos. Here's our hotel room for night 1. It's about a 2-week drive up to Canada if nothing goes wrong, but likely it's going to be more like 2.5 weeks. The start of day 2. Let's be fancy and fire it up remotely. There she goes. All right, guys, we're pulling up on border number 2, Pennsylvania. This is my home state where I was born and lived for 7 years or something. So way off in the distance there is Lake Erie. Way down here is where we're eating the lunch. And when we're done, I think it's only 4 more hours to Ohio. And we just crossed our next state border. We made it into Ohio. Tonight we're staying in Granville, I believe, with one of Jerry. This is Jerry's friends.
Yep.
Jerry, tell them about yourself, how you hiked the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, I hiked from Maine to Atlanta, July to October.
How many miles is that? And
That's like 2,200 miles or so.
one of his friends who hiked some of the trail with him reached out and said, "Hey Jerry, if you want to come stay at my house, you can." Anyway, we're in Ohio. We're gonna go stay with Jerry's friend. See you tomorrow. We made it to Jerry's friend's house in Ohio. Out here. They got some chickens, some ducks. Night dose on the road. Look at that beautiful Chrysler LeBaron.
George Costanza's car.
George Costanza's car. Who's that from, friends?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. We are on day trace on the road. We're going to Chicago today. We just entered Indiana. You might recognize the giant cross over there. This is state number 4. There you can see Chicago in the distance. We're driving in there now. We're taking a stop at the Trump Tower, the Sears Tower and everything. A lot of tall towers here. Night number 3, Jerry pushing the cart in. We got a great deal on Holiday Inn. I use Priceline for those of you who are wondering for the hotel prices. Got this room for $50 a night plus the $14 tax, so $64 all in. Day 3, Jeb's emptying out the cooler. All right, guys, here we are in Wisconsin, state of the cheese. So one thing about the Midwest that's surprising is it's 66 degrees outside right now, which is really warm. I'm sure back in Vermont it's far below freezing. This is the bridge from Wisconsin to Minnesota. Woo! Woo! Minnesota welcomes you, eh, buddy? That might have been Canadian, but oh well. So we're stopping in Minneapolis to play a little bit of disc golf. Right now I'm winning by 1. Jeb is losing. Jerry pulls up second. Let's see the shot, Jerry.
Keep an eye on the disc. Ready?
Keep your eye on the disc. Jerry with a respectable showing. All right, shot Jerry last time. Now you're gonna see Jeb's skill. And then next mine. Jeb goes straight into the forest.
Nope.
Rural Vermonter myself currently leads the game. See if he can pull through a beautiful shot. Yes, but it was not in the right direction. Hole 7, only 2 left. We'll get to see everybody's throw on this one to see who's the superior player.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay, right next to the hole. Okay.
That was take number 10.
Jeb was lying, that was take number 1. Well, let's see your take number 15, Jeb. Okay, pretty. Oh, sorry, I can't say that on YouTube. Jerry's turn.
Yeah. It's actually probably better than yours.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know what yours is. I don't know what mine is. I'm just guessing. I know yours went like too far. I mean, yeah, this time I can feel it. Oh,
Jerry, a little bit of the left action, but Jerry is still currently beating Jeb. Huh?
I'm a little camera shy.
Oh, he's camera shy. Okay. All right. Well, frisbee golf is complete. The winner was me. I must be pretty good. Then in second place was Jerry, and then Jeb came
third.
in. Not so close, but he came in third. So here's where we stayed in Minneapolis. It's called the American. Today is the first day of rain outside. Looking a little gloomy. Tonight we're going to get pretty close to the border, like an hour away. We're going to Minot, North Dakota. Day 4. 14. Oh yeah, they definitely crashed. Yep, they crashed. Guys, it's very slick out. We got Jerry driving, but this is the 3rd accident I've seen in about a 4-minute period. 5th accident now in 4 minutes. Here's a river going into North Dakota. So we're in Fargo now, which is where the show Fargo took place. I don't know, was it shot in Fargo too?
I have no idea.
Yes, says Jeb. All right, well that does it. That puts us in North Dakota, which is our last state before Canada land. Night 5 in the hotel room. This is the cheapest one yet. It's $30. Homely. $34, yep. Jeb is taking a poo, and we can just spy on him if we want because there's no bathroom door.
Yep.
There you go. This is called the Guest Lodge. Okay, we're on the road for day number 6. Still in North Dakota. We're headed to North Portal. So today is the day that we're gonna cross into the Canadian border. Just pulled into Portal. This is the border town on North Dakota. If we get denied here, it is an hour. How far is it to the next border crossing, Jerry?
8.5.
8. Oh my lord, it is not an hour. If we get denied here, it's 8.5 more hours. Technically, we should be allowed through because we have proof of employment, a job. We need to transfer this vehicle up, but it's all up to the discretion of each individual border patrol man.
So we just seduce them.
Jeb, I'm cutting that out.
No.
Here's the border. Well, guys, unfortunately, attempt 1 was foiled because we were unaware that we needed a to have a COVID test. I read somewhere that you take the COVID test at the border, so I thought that's what you have to do, but apparently you have to have one beforehand. So we're going back in America. We're going to the nearest COVID testing area and take the COVID test. We're gonna head back here. Hopefully we can get into Canada by tonight. But he said, other than that, all of our other documents were in order. So as soon as we get that COVID test, we're gonna be good to go. All right, made it to the emergency entrance to Yoga Medical Center. Let's hope we are negative. How'd it feel?
It was uncomfortable, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, the tests have been administered, so now it's just time to wait. So we just got our results back about, what was it, an hour later? All negative. So we're gonna head to the border now. Attempt number 2, it's an hour away. See if we can get in this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Border attempt number 2, guys. Attempt 2, and we made it. Woo! Woo! Thumbs up. They just needed our COVID test proof, and we're all good. So we're headed to Saskatoon tonight. We're gonna get there pretty late, like 10 o'clock. And they only gave us 5 days to get to the Alaskan border, which means 8 hours per day driving. We're on the Canadian roads now. Look, we got her in Celsius. We got the temperature in Celsius. We got Jerry sending it at 105, except for its kilometers per hour. Jerry, you speedster, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know. I mean, you just practice, you keep practicing, eventually you get a lot better. So.
And then you can do 105. Wow, yeah. Impressive. We got a long drive ahead of us. Let's keep her going. First night in Canada. Here's our room. Hello, guys. Apparently Canada is extremely expensive. So this is the cheapest room I could find, and it was, I think, $68 or $72 or something, which is the most expensive so far. And gas is like $3.50 American, whereas in the United States it's under $2.50. But here's Jeb and Jerry pulling up. So here's the Comfort Inn we stayed at last night. We got 8 hours today. We're going to Valley View, Alberta, which is where Zip Ties and Bias Plies lives. So we're in Alberta, like you guys saw. Last night I got ripped off by the hotels because I did not have a credit card, only a debit card, and I reserved a hotel with my debit card, and they would not give me my initial deposit back. And I was on the phone with them for a little while, but couldn't get through to them because they're a big corporation, so they didn't really care. So unfortunately, yesterday I lost $53, and then the other hotel was like 87 Canadian dollars or something. So tonight, we're camping. Yeah, save a little bit of money. It's 10 degrees out, but that is Celsius, so it's more like 40 right now. It's supposed to, the low tonight is I think 29, 28. Here's our tenting location in question. We got the Chev running to get a little light. Jerry knows how to do this really well because, of course, as I may have mentioned, he's hiked the Appalachian Trail, which is a 2,000-mile trail. Just gonna pop up this tent real quick. Voila, tent has been made. No thanks to Jeb.
Hey,
This is a rural Vermonter and Jerry project. Jeb spent like 30 minutes trying to get his clothes out of a bag. Was that?
I was doing important things.
Jerry's breaking down the tent now. We slept here last night. Jeb and Jerry said they got a little cold. I was all right. So once we break this down, we're gonna hit the road again. We just crossed over into British Columbia. Stopped at this A&W to grab lunch because we don't have A&Ws in America, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Tell me in the comments, have we stumbled on a Canadian tradition? It's a line of tow trucks, like a mile long, all proceeding very slowly. Is this like a tow truck parade or something? Well, guys, I googled it, and it's actually a procession for a tow truck operator who died on duty. So they're paying their respects by doing a very long parade. Pretty cool. There they are. There's the procession meetup. cops and everything. What a Canadian thing to do. Well, we're on the Alcan Highway, and the Alcan Highway is living up to its danger. I told Jerry earlier it's a false snowbank, and he was like, nah, you should just drive in it. But look, Jerry, it is a false snowbank because that truck took a spill. Wow. Wowzers. Jerry, what do you think about the false snowbank now?
Yeah, I don't know. I take it back.
That's good stuff. So here's the Motel 6 we're gonna be staying at tonight. Look how dirty my truck got. This is all ice too. It shatters. The road is looking pretty Canadian and menacing now. Back there, there was a truck and he kind of stopped in the middle of the road because he had to chain up. And I very nearly did a little butt bump with him. I put full brakes and was able to come to a stop eventually, but the road is starting to get a little bit sketchy, and when another truck passes you, it's about a whiteout for 5 seconds. You can't see a thing. I'll try to get that on camera next time. Okay, so here's an example of total whiteout from a truck.
Wow.
I cannot see the road. Oh my god. For like 5 seconds.
Where are we going?
There, now it's finally back a little bit, but still barely visible.
Yeah, it is.
You got it rolling?
Yeah. Is this a good
Helping
spot?
out a Jeeper who got stuck in the ditch. See if the Chev can pull it out. If not, oh well, but we'll give it a shot.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere here. If you look over there, actually there's some trucks, but that's about it. It's pretty nice out here. Oh wow, jeez. Oh, let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, back on the road.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's all we have to it. Yeah, so some random Jeeper had just drifted off into the false snowbank over here. I don't know, he looked pretty tired. He was trying to drive all the way to Whitehorse, so maybe he just drifted off at the wheel or something. Whitehorse is still another, what, 12 hours away?
It's like 7 hours.
7 hours, okay. Well, we just crossed into our final Canadian province, the Yukon. This is the least populated province of Canada with 35,000 people, and the territory is, well, probably bigger than like New Mexico and Utah combined. So yeah, very sparse. It's cold up here. It got down to -25 Fahrenheit last night. Fahrenheit, okay? So let's see how the truck starts in the morning. Let the fuel pump prime twice. Wow. It's cold. Alright guys, we just pulled into Whitehorse, which is Yukon's biggest city with 25,000 folks. We're going to look for our hotel and then probably walk around because it's really warm outside. It's 31 degrees-ish. We stopped out here in the Yukon. We're going cross-country skiing. Let's see Jerry jump. Jerry's the pro. Now we got Jeff, who's never cross-country skied. Oh! And Jeff takes a spill.
Aw, no.
Sometimes you got to get them out of your system. Look at this view we get driving into the sunset. You got the bay back there. You got everything up here. You got a truck up there. Look at that mountain towering over it. And then you get the view of Jeb and then of Jerry. It's the most beautiful views. Apart from Jeb and Jerry. Guys, I just had to stop and pull over to the side of the road to look at this amazing view. It's 9 p.m. And it's still bright out. We got the moon up there. Last night was the last night that we're gonna spend in a hotel on the road. We're gonna be in Fairbanks tomorrow. We're gonna head over to the Alaska border now. Look at that, guys. We are in Alaska. Whoa, and the road is slick out here. Gotta put it in 4x4. There's the sign. Oh my God, get in the 4x4, truckie. There she goes. Entering the Alaskan time zone. Yeah, back in the United States of America. We just made it to Fairbanks, guys. This is our destination. How many days was that?
12, I think.
12 days. And how many miles? 4,600. I'll give you guys all the numbers now. I'm gonna tell you, you know,
4,700.
total gas price, total hotel price, total mileage, total gas mileage. I'm gonna give you that all in a minute once I do all the math. But we made it from Vermont to Fairbanks. Well, as you guys saw, we made it into Fairbanks last night, and I'll show you our little setup real quick. So we're just going to be working here for a couple of weeks, working on this house. As you can see, it's not finished yet. We'll finish her up. We also get to stay in this house and get some food and shelter as well. It all works out really well. Anyway, that's just a quick way of how we're going to afford up staying here. And obviously we're going to go ski and hike and snowshoeing all over the place on our time off and everything. Really get to explore the beautiful Alaska area. And there's northern lights around here too, which is awesome. Now let's go over the trip numbers. So the total miles from Vermont to Alaska was 4,749.3 miles, and our average economy for the whole trip was 15.4. Not super great fuel economy, but splitting it up amongst us three is pretty good. I would blame the bad economy on, you know, the large tires, the cold weather, and the fact that we drove kind of quickly to make good time. I calculated our total gas price up here. It was $770 total. Coincidentally, the total hotel price all the way up here was $770 as well. So $770 total of gas and $770 total worth of hotel rooms. And that's 11 nights worth of hotel rooms because it took us 12 nights to get up here, but we camped one of those nights. So the total hotel cost for us, if you divide it by 3, was $250. So $256 technically. So we had $250 for gas each, $250 for hotels each. Total getting up here minus foods and other expenses, it was $500 per person. So yes, cheaper to fly, but you don't get the same experience as driving, and you don't get to bring your car or all this stuff you want. Now if you add my food and other expenses into that, I probably spent maybe 150 more bucks. So I would say that my total price to drive up here was $650 if you're interested in the numbers, and the truck did perfectly. All right, thanks for watching this, guys, and I'll see you next week.